YouTube? It's your boy Z Loading back in some nature. Bro, the last couple days, or yesterday at least, been kind of crazy, bro. I really needed this walk, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, or last night, not last night, it was, finally some sun. The last couple days been crazy. My cousin, like my baby cousin, bro. He's not a baby, but like that's my little cousin. Yeah, that nigga got. I'm not gonna say too much about what happened, but he's in the hospital right now, and like he's gonna be okay. But that nigga was in bad condition, and that shit was hard as fuck. Seeing that nigga with all them tubes and monitors and shit around him. Like, bro, I legit grew up with that nigga, bro. Like, I was a baby in the hospital while that nigga was being born. And like, bro, growing up spending nights at each other's cribs, Tim's coming over to my house, being a bad little kid, putting holes and shit in the wall, playing the game, being obsessed with WWE. Bro, this little nigga used to talk to me about like how he felt like he was a bad kid because of how everybody was talking to him, calling him a bad kid, saying he destroyed. Like, bro, he used to talk to me about all of that shit, and niggas almost took that nigga's life on his birth. Like, yesterday was his birthday. He spent the whole day in the fucking hospital. All that shit on him, bro. I'm finna try and go see him again today, and hopefully he's like able to talk and shit, because I couldn't even talk to him yesterday. They had the breathing tube down his throat and shit. Nigga trying to talk to us, talk to the family and shit. Can't even do it. Bro, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Seeing all that shit on that nigga, bro, had me tearing up. Like, bro, that's my little cousin, my baby. Like, we ain't always see eye to eye and shit. Like, we would get into fights, like, here and there, like every family member does, brothers, cousins, all of that. And it was just hard. I'm gonna go and try and see him today again. Hopefully he can talk. Is this even a trail? 'Cause I don't want to start walking and, like, some movie shit happen. I'm gonna just walk straight. One more open area here. So if I do need to take off, I'll take off on a nigga. Yeah, bro, we ain't always, like I was saying though, we ain't always see eye to eye. Like, of course we have fights and shit, but like, bro, like, we was a part, like, we legit was a part, like that. He's one of the closest things I have to his brother. There's like very few people in my family or people in my life I'll consider like brothers for real, and that nigga's like damn near one of them. I was thinking about like how I haven't really had to like deal with death for real like that. Like, everybody in my family that's like passed since I've been here or been alive or like able to like comprehend what death is has either been like not a distant relative, but somebody like, since I'm African, a lot of my family members stay in Africa, but anybody that like any of my like uncles and shit that die in Africa, I don't really have that like real bond connection with them, and it's hard. It's sad to say that, because I want to know my family. I want to be able to like say, oh yeah, that's my uncle, that's my cousin, that's my aunt, that's my grandma. But I don't have, like, I've never been to Liberia. I don't have that. I'm not able to have that connection with them for real like that, and it's sad. The closest thing to like feeling a death in my family was when my grandmother died, or when she passed. But the thing is, in fact, the only reason I say I felt it some type of way was because she was actually in America for not a majority, but a good portion of my childhood. So like I was able to like see her and like interact with her. Like, she used to make candy and like Kool-Aid and shit like that, and like she would give me some. And I would always like cherish these moments. I promised my grandmother I would get her an RV before she died. Or when I was like 4, I said I would get her an RV, and she died before I could even start working. And that shit just had me like, that shit damn near fucked me up. but I never even cried about that shit. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why it didn't hit me as hard as I thought it would when she passed. But I never even really had to deal with death for real. That was the closest to like a death in the family that I really had to like endure for real. But I don't know. I loved her, but I hope she's watching out for me. That was the closest thing to a death I ever like had to deal with. And that shit didn't even hit me hard. Cause I feel like it didn't hit me as hard. Cause I didn't like really like, I didn't go to the hospital while she was dying. Cause they took her back to Africa while she was going through all of the shit that like ended up killing her. And then so I didn't have to see her in all the tubes. I didn't have to see my grandma like deteriorating, like can't be able to speak for herself, can't be able to use the bathroom on her own. I didn't really see none of that. So I didn't really have to it really didn't hit me as hard, because it felt like when they told me, it was like, damn, it felt like a distant relative had passed instead of my grandmother that raised me damn near. So that's why I didn't hit as hard as it did. I didn't see no tubes in her. I ain't see her having to be cared for like a baby. But I feel like that's why I was actually tearing up when I saw my cousin the other day. Bro, that nigga couldn't even talk. When I walked into the room, the nigga was knocked out. I said it. I called out for his name. The nigga didn't he didn't wake up till I called for his name the 6th time. He couldn't even say shit. All he could do was shake his head or nod. I'm just hoping he gets better for real. Hold on, I'm gonna use this for a thumbnail or something. Hold on, I'm gonna walk back up so I can really get this little view. My grip on mortality and death, I don't know. On one hand, I don't fear death. I don't fear death at all, because I know that whatever purpose I was put on this earth to do, I'm gonna accomplish it before I die. So I don't fear death. That's not something I wonder at night, damn, what's gonna happen after I'm gone? Is it just gonna be black? Am I gonna go to heaven or hell? No, I don't believe none of that. It's not that I don't believe it. It's just I'm not worried or concerned about it. And plus, my beliefs are a lot different from whether I'm going to heaven or hell. I do believe in an afterlife. I do believe there's something after death. But so my worries about death aren't damn, is it gonna just be black? That's not something I worry about. At the same time, it's my family that I'm really that I ever sit around and think about what's gonna happen if they're gone. I be that's what really be fucking my stomach up, is when I start thinking about my family. What if something happens to them? I'm probably gonna have to really meditate on this and really talk to myself about it, because the concept of death to me, being gone forever, it's not something I fear, but I fear it for my family. Cause if that nigga was say that nigga got hit, or I don't know, say if he just didn't make it, cause I had to do surgery on him too. So what if he just didn't make it? I don't even talking or thinking like that, cause that's just gonna push it in the air. But that's the only thing about death that fears me. What if that nigga gets hurt? What if I never get to see him again? What if the last thing I say to this person is oh, some negative shit, and that's how that's their last memory of me before they pass. I just want my family to be good. I just want all of them to live long lives. On some Eren Yeager shit, I guess. Just dealing with that right now, it's kind of hard. I might have to call into work again today, cause if that nigga's talking, I want to be in the room while he's talking so I can speak to that nigga, bro. I'm not waiting until he gets out before I see him again. Probably finna call in, go say what's up, or something. I don't know. We'll have to see.